It's day 45, I believe, and it has been a very unproductive day. And honestly, I think that's fine. I think there needs to be more emphasis on being okay with things being unproductive. And this is definitely one of those days. I will say, I just recently got into that Cloud Plus beta program where I was supposed to be studying the next 9 days and now 8 days, and I have not done a lick of studying. My girlfriend is sick, so I've been helping her throughout the day. The funeral was today, all types of stuff. So yeah, it's been busy. And trying to deal with all of that made me realize that I have been preaching a lot about productivity and motivation and inspiration and everything else on this channel. And I still believe those things. I think that both things can occur at the same time, though, where you're busy, but then you also need time to yourself. And it is just impossible to be 100% productive. We are never 100% productive. People just aren't that way. And I was supposed to work on my part-time job stuff. I was supposed to work on some full-time job stuff tonight. I was supposed to work on practicing for the Cloud Plus test. But I did none of those things. I helped her, made dinner, and now you're going to procrastinate with me and play some cookie clickers. So let's get into it. So I have been insanely busy, tired, and stressed because of all of those things. Plus the fact that I'm working on music. I've been working on my Sound XYZ page. I've been working on Bandcamp. I've been working on songs. I have been working on computer things, possibly looking into a better computer for editing. And I've had to do all this while also having a 40-hour work week and 20 hours from my part-time. So I'm tired and I want to study and I want to be hard on myself because I tend to be, and I'm trying not to be. So I don't want to be hard on myself. I want to tell myself it's okay to be unproductive for a day. And we are going to instead procrastinate and work on my cookie clicker. So this cookie clicker run I have been on it for, let's look at 147 days. So we have it. If I ascend, because you can ascend in this game, you get heavenly chips and all that. If I ascend, I will lose all of everything and start from scratch. But I'll be able to prestige, so we're gonna do it. Look at that, it's gone. So now I get to buy my little things I wanted to get. So I want to get everything where I can actually have it running in the background and then go from there. So, oh, excuse me, my tripod is fighting. Hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna buy all these upgrades and we'll be right back. So while I work on this, I wanted to touch more on something that I was just talking about, which was this idea that I have to be productive and that I'm really hard on myself. And I think I'm going to start calling it a high pressure mindset. I tend to be placing myself in these high pressure mindsets to be able to get work done. And it can be helpful for getting motivation and maybe creating some sort of discipline, but it also can be kind of harmful because you are putting all this pressure on yourself that no one else is placing on you. You're creating a sense of anxiety and high levels of stress because you told yourself this arbitrary deadline or you put all these things on yourself. And I think it's okay to want to do a lot. I know I'm someone who wants to do a lot and be able to make music and be able to do tech and be able to do everything. But at the same time, you're only human. You can do what you can do. And so this high pressure mindset is something that I'm trying to step back from because it can even cause me to not reflect on things or think about things that I actually really care about. I just want to do a little self-reflection because I know that I am someone who tends to spend a lot of time working on things and not really giving time to myself, and I tend to be really hard on myself. And one of the things that I noticed I've been really hard on is that I experienced loss, death in my family. I experienced 2 promotions. I experienced not feeling great, just being kind of sick, dealing with depression, dealing with other stuff. And I think I'm way too hard on myself for how much I'm doing. And starting YouTube and doing music has been an awesome change to my life instead of being in this rut of just your regular day-to-day. But on the flip side of that, really hard to balance both, and having this creative outlet really forces me to stop and think about what I'm actually doing, because for the sake of productivity and trying to quell my brain, I was at work yesterday instead of like grieving. And it's one of those things where I realized that I do this to myself because not only do I want to see myself be better, but it's also maybe a type of cope or way to distract yourself. So it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna play Cookie Clicker probably for a little bit and get it built back up to where it was. That was a 150-day almost run of Cookie Clicker where I've had it on 24/7 on my computer. And I do this a lot. I keep my computer on 24/7 to play this game, which I'm playing right now. But I'm gonna try and build it back up, and then maybe later I'll do a Cookie Clicker tour. But until then, I'll see you tomorrow.